Hi everyone, and welcome to our Crystals and Oils Beyond the Woo Woo class. For those of you that haven't stopped in before now, my name's Brittany and I am a doTERRA wellness advocate. So I am an essential oil educator, and my job is to basically teach everybody about the safe and effective use of essential oils. Now, when I got started with essential oils 2 years ago, it was to help support me with my depression and anxiety. And in the process, I was also introduced to the concept of crystals and crystal healing and spiritual healing, and fell in love. So, in the last 2 years, I have expanded my knowledge in both of those areas as much as I possibly could. Um, and now I am going to share with all of you some of the things that I have learned along the way, as well as the things that I have incorporated into my lifestyle to help improve my life. So, our very first stop on our journey tonight is learning about what exactly an essential oil and crystal is. What are they? What makes them? And how do they work? So, first of all, essential oils. Essential oils are basically the DNA of a plant that is extracted either through steam distillation or cold pressing, and extracting the oil that sits on the surface of a plant. Now, it can come from the bark, the roots, the stems, the petals, the leaves, the flowers. Any part of a plant has an essential oil that can be used, and each of those essential oils has a different use. And those special compounds from the plants can be used to support our bodies, either emotionally, support our immune system, can support our sleep, it can support our hormonal system, it can support almost any area of our lives, as well as being used to support the health and wellness of our children as well. Um, so basically, that's just a little bit about an essential oil and how they can be used. They can be used internally, externally, and aromatically. If you're using oils internally, it's really important to make sure that you're paying attention to the quality of an oil. Make sure you're doing your research to figure out which companies can be trusted and who you have a really good connection with. Unfortunately, sometimes we can't always trust the labels that we see. So it's best to do some research, figure out what you can, and decide what you're comfortable with, and figure out what you resonate well with. And along the same lines, crystals. What are crystals? Crystals are compounds or creations that come from Earth. So they grow naturally and they are a part of our Earth. And what they can do is they work through the energy of our bodies. So they work through the energy systems of our bodies. And it's scientists have had a really hard time trying to come up with what exactly a crystal is and how it works. How does it affect our body? Like, what's the science behind it? And a lot of them have just said it's kind of magic. And in a way, if you're thinking about magic as with this definition of that which is beyond our understanding at this point in time, then yes, they are magic. But scientists are working to try to figure out how these crystals have a relationship with our energy systems and how they coordinate with each other. And they're getting a little bit closer. So they're working with engineers and all kinds of different scientists to try to figure out how they're working. But when it comes to finding crystals and which crystals you want to work with, you just want to tune into yourself. Listen to yourself and go to the crystals that you're drawn to. And I always encourage people when they ask me about how to pick out crystals, I always encourage them to go somewhere in person, especially the very first time, so that they can experience that feeling of being drawn to the crystals that are calling them. and feeling their energy and feeling their power. So just a little bit about what essential oils and what crystals are.